And I've been trying to get this guy on for a couple weeks now, and I appreciate him coming on early on a Tuesday morning. I know he's up probably at 5 in the morning working on stuff, getting ready for the season, and I know you're ready for some football. We're not that far away, so it's my privilege to have this guy on the show. UVA head football coach Mike London. Coach, how you doing this morning?
Doing great, Mark. How are you doing? Good morning.
I'm
doing everybody else.
Yeah, hey, are you ready to get back into it? I know you work every single day, but are you ready for a new season?
You know, you're always excited about the new opportunities and possibilities, and just, you know, being around the guys. You know, the whole team has been here for a while. I mean, you know, just watching the commitment and the dedication that the guys have, and you know, you see them getting bigger, and it's always neat to see, you know, see the enthusiasm that's still kind of prevailing around here, because these guys are anxious to get on the field and have a great college football experience for sure.
All right, I got to ask you this. Just one question from last season. All right, you finally, you know, you were the new head football coach. You went into a season 2010. You had a losing season. I'm sorry to say that, but was there any positives you could take from that heading into this new season? Anything you got out of it, you personally or as the team as a whole, that you could take from last season and then build for this season?
Well, you know, you try to find positives about the things that went on during the course of the year. You know, not only on the field, but, you know, kind of behind the scenes and things like that. And you know, I can share with a couple of things. It's just I was looking for measures of success in the different areas of what makes up a student athlete. You know, how he carries himself, how he performs in the classroom, what he does in the community, what he does on the field. And I think, you know, as we look back, you know, 1 year, you know, I've talked about it before that. You know, that the team had the highest GPA that it's had in over 10 years because of the concentrated effort and the demands that these guys need to have when you go to University of Virginia. I think that in the community, these guys have been out there and been accessible and available. I think in recruiting, you know, I think that speaks for itself in terms of just the level of success and the type of student athlete that was attracted here. And you need to have a high level, talented, skilled player that also can do the work here, and we were fortunate enough to have a class like that, and still working on another one. You know, it just doesn't start with one class. I mean, recruiting is the lifeblood of any program. And on the field, one win more than the previous year, big win against Miami. You know, tough loss against USC and at Duke. So. You know, I think there's a lot of positives to draw from, and most of the team that's come back is a lot of guys that played last year. So you're always talking about birth date and weight room, and you know, guys getting bigger and older, and you know, most of the staff, you know, almost all the staff except for one, is still in play. The schemes are still the same. The terminology is still the same. You know, Marcus Hagans, we added him to the staff, and it brings a different perspective. Another former UVA great. So I think there's a lot of positive things to draw on, you know, from what happened last season. But, you know, as I told the players when we first got here, and the perception that people have about the program and where we want to be, was last year that was then and this is now. And so now we're worried about, you know, how well we perform on the field, classroom, community as we move forward to 2011.
We're here on the Mark Moses Show, only right here on Sports Radio 1400 with UVA head football coach Mike London. All right, great answer. Okay, then, it's going to be 2011. It's not that far away. What are some of the key issues for you heading into your camp, going into the season? Is it the quarterback? Who's going to be your running back? Are you going to have a pass rush? I mean, from your standpoint, what are some of the issues for your team?
Well, I think, you know, one, staying healthy is going to be very important for us, but that's for any football team. But I think the ability to be able to run the ball and throw the ball to our deep threat receivers. I'm excited about, you know, Chris Bird, a guy that's returning who had over 50 catches. Tim Smith, a healthy, fast Tim Smith. You know, Matt Snyder, the great story there from a guy that was a walk-on that earned a scholarship and was voted team captain by the players. And then there's an influx of new players. You know, I mean, we recruited these guys to come in and play, and it'll be interesting to see how and which ones are ready to step up to the next level. But I feel pretty good about a lot of the young men that we recruited that have a skill level that that you have to have in order to compete. And so if we can, and then the other thing is, Mark, is obviously finding a signal caller. I mean, you got to. I mean, a guy touches the ball 100% of the time, and you got to have a guy that's going to be able to make decisions. And last year we had Mark Verica, and the other had to play two guys that hadn't played to provide some depth of some experience. Well, this year, those two guys, Rocco and Matheny, are going to be battling, but also, don't count out Michael Strauss, who's a mid-year, year and a half ago, and David Wofford from Hampton, Virginia, was a mid-year in January. So it's going to be important that early on in camp that we decide, okay, this is the guy. All right, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the way we're going to be. So the reps and the looks and the different things, can be afforded to the starter and the backup, because your backup is always just one play away from going in the game. So I think those are some of the things defensively. Again, the same scheme. Guys, the safeties who we moved to linebackers, thanks to Evan Marcus now, are bigger and stronger and faster. They played, the linebacker position for run fits, and so, I think the benefit of having a second year, same staff, same schemes, a familiarity with everything, with the type of young men that are just chomping at the bit to play, I think that makes it for a positive situation for us.
Sports Radio 1400. We're here on the Morning Madhouse with UVA head football coach Mike London. And I got to ask you this, okay? Because someone came up to me the other day and asked me this. What is, if an opponent's come into Scott Stadium, okay? We saw it for 1 year and it's going to go into year 2. What is Mike London football from the man Mike London? What can they expect? We're going to pound the rock in your face. We're going to get to the quarterback. What is your brand of football?
Well, a lot of times, you like to feed off the energy and the vibe that's provided by the fan base that's there. But basically, I think that being, you're talking from a cop's perspective, and and all that. Having a lot of kids, one piece of bread on the table, and somebody's got to fight for that last piece of bread. You got to be tough and you got to be physical, but at the same time, you got to feature your playmakers. And one of the things we need to do early on is find out, okay, who our playmakers are. And this may go back to the quarterback question, but the surrounding cast, I think, will have a very good offensive line. I think our receivers will be good. Our running back, Perry Jones, and people haven't seen Kevin Parks, but I think he's good. He was a Gatorade, Player of the Year in the state of Georgia the year before. And so I think the surrounding cast of guys the tight ends are back. I think they playing well can make whoever the quarterback is play well. The quarterback, just don't mess it up. Don't try to do, above and beyond the call of duty. I think the scheme that Coach Laser putting together, going from 115th to 35th in the country, is something with the same guys back. So, and the other thing, Mark, is everyone knows I'm not afraid to do some things, whether it's kicking game, fourth down, whatever it is, and we'll still continue to do that. Don't want to be predictable, but I like to have fun at games. I mean, the only way you can call a game or infuse confidence and enthusiasm is in those situations where somebody says, well, they're going to punt, or they're going to, they're not going to go for it, and have an opportunity to do that, because you got nothing to lose. So let's go. Let's play the game. Everybody's playing a game, and you want to be smart about it, but we play to win and want to play to win, but also want to use elements of some surprises. So hope that answers your question.
No. It's great. We're here with Coach London. I got 90 seconds. I appreciate you coming on. I just want you to know it's worth the price of admission just to see you, yell at the referees. I'm not going to lie. It's awesome.
It's you know what? The thing is, I don't hurl, I don't curse at them, but I get close to talking about a lot of things about them, but I'm very passionate and energetic about what's going on. And I was driving in early this morning, Mark, and I heard you and my man
Sonny.
I love Sonny Randall, and I'm gonna give my Sonny Randall impression. Mark the Shark, the season's right around the corner, and like the monkey said when he got his tail cut off, it won't be long now. So that's That's my Sonny Randall impression. He's a great man. Very, very good coach, very well respected around the community, state of Virginia. But Mark, we're excited about what's going on here, and another great recruiting class going on. Some very positive news, hopefully to come out in the next couple of weeks, and that's what it's about. I mean, we are what we are, but at the same time, you have a chance to get better. We have a chance to improve on last year's record. We have a chance to improve on different categories. Whatever can be measured can be improved, and so that's the goal. So it's been great, and also I know that I'm undefeated right now, so the kids love me, and the dog's still barking at me, because I'm undefeated, without playing. So, but that's all. I've been undefeated for 20-something years, coaching ball for the first game, and but the excitement is starting to come back again. It has, but it's right around the corner.